Hello guys, my name is Zero Cost and welcome back to another video in the video series of Python plus SQL, revision quiz thingy, project, whatever. And in this video we're going to be adding questions, removing questions, editing them, and such. So we're going to be devising up some code for that. So in the last video we looked at actually displaying a menu, getting menu choices, and we made some efficiency savings as well. But one thing I have noticed is that we've got two display menus, which are the same. The only difference is the title is different. So me thinks that I should make a slight few changes before we begin actually adding questions. And that's by going on to this display menu. And I'm just going to pass of it as a new string value. Main menu. We'll pass that string value over here. Pass over here. I think it's question manager. Yes, question manager. I'm just going to pass in this over here. And then I'm just going to create over here a variable. I'm just going to call it menu title. Actually, it's on this one that I want to create it, actually, because we're going to move this one. We're going to get rid of that. And we're going to pass over here menu title. We're going to pass over here menu title. And then we always upper this, just in case. Let's say if I put this in lowercase, just do the upper, so it's always consistent. So no matter if someone later comes over and changes the code, or if they forget to capitalize it, no, the code will do that for you, so no problem. Then that means we can actually get rid of this function, because we can just use the display menu, and we change, and it's dynamic, which is great. So we just, yeah. Let's see if this should work. Should. Username, Diogo Costa. Admin. Upper. That doesn't work, hold on. I think I have to do it inside it. Okay, now it should work. Because we're uppering the string, not the print. Yes, that worked. Good. Question editor, 3. Boom. It's working. Fantastic. So as you can see, we're calling the same function, but because we've made it the way we've structured the function, it actually changes dynamically depending on the menu options it gets assigned with, it gets provided. So that's fantastic, though. Actually, that's again reducing some of this unnecessary code. You don't need to have two functions. We can just have one function with display menu, and we can just pass it on different menu options. Boom, that works beautifully. Okay. So we've got now over here the question manager display. Now we may wish to do some stuff with it. So if menu choice equals 3, then we may wish to do is we get over here the menu choice. That means we need to go into another if statement. And this if statement, we just need to say, okay, so if menu choice over here this time is equal to 1, OS system. We're going to clear the system again, yeah. Let's clear the system again, but I think we're going to create is another menu. Maybe, potentially. Is it another menu? No, it's not another menu. We're going to be creating is a question manager type of question manager editor or something like that. Yeah. So we're going to put over here add question. That's what we need to create. We need to create an add question. We're just going to pass that for now. Actually, no, what we're going to do is we're going to move this OS system.cls, and over here we're going to put over here the add question function. It's going to be utilized there, and we're just going to boom do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to this returns as an int, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Good. Just making sure. Then if we just try 5, do Diogo Costa, admin. Oh, oops. I accidentally clicked on the tilde key. Let's try that again. Maybe I should make this a bit bigger so it's easier for you to see. Well, that encompasses quite a lot of this window, so let me reduce the size of this window. But hopefully you can see much better. 3, and we're going to go with 1. Boom, that clears the screen. Fan-freaking-tastic. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to do over here is print print over here is adding question print. Now over here's where we're going to get some inputs. So we're going to have a question equals input question. Option A equals input option A. Option B equals input option B. Option C equals input option C. Option D equals input, and so here is option D. Cool. So we've got all these options, then we're going to say here correct option equals input option correct option. Then what we're just going to simply do over here is we are going to then is insert this. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get is the cursor over here. So we're going to get the query, then we're going to just execute and then just close the cursor. Then we say cursor, connection equals cursor, then we're going to say that insert into question. And over here, inside of here, what we're going to put is that we're actually going to put in over here the columns we wish to insert. Now, why are we doing this? Instead of just inserting and then just saying values. The reason why I have to put over here the specific columns we wish to input into is because we are not going to input the ID ourselves. If we were going to input the ID ourselves, we could just say insert into and then skip the brackets, just put values and just put all those values. But no, we must specify the actual columns we wish to add because we're not adding to the ID because that's automatically generated for us. So we're going to go on to insert into question and we want to go into question. Option A. Oh. Option B. What else? Option C. Option D, and I think it's correct option. Right? Insert into question, option A, option B, option C, option D, and correct option. So insert into the questions with the values of yes, we just insert over here then. With these values. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Now we should just say a cursor to execute. We're going to execute the query with the question, comma, option A, option B, comma, option C, comma, option D, and then over here the correct option. Then we're just going to say close off the cursor. Good. Now the questions I'm going to be utilizing, I'm going to be utilizing this website over here called GoGmo, I guess. We're going to be looking at A-level computer science topics, and we're just going to be going through over here is some questions, and I'm going to be posting and I'm going to be pasting them, basically using this website to create the actual questions. Let's not do that. We'll do that. We're using the command prompt instead. So here's our command prompt. We're going to go. This is going to be our first test. This admin. We want to edit a question. We want to add a question. The question is, what is an iteration? Question mark. Option A is execution of statements. Oh, I can just copy this. I can call it. The answer is C, but okay. Good. We're going to execution of groups of statements. Does that count as a... I don't think that counted because I did a space. Okay, we do this again. Be careful with the copy and paste. Oh, yes, also close this one. We don't need that one. Let's try that again. Maybe it's better if I type it on. I know, we'll try it one more time. Try it one more time. Copy and paste. I think it's because this had a new line. What if I went like that? Maybe that'll fix it. Yeah. See, that worked better. An order of set. And it's C is the answer. I'm just going to put it C. And we get this whole block of code. What's going on? Did it not work? Why did it not work? Something did not work. Okay, let's see here. So it's an SQL error. As you can see, it's an error with the SQL, programming error. You have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual. Syntax. What is an iteration? There's 2 speech marks there. Why is there 2 speech marks there? Insert into values. Trying to see what of it's incorrect. What is incorrect over here? I think I know what's wrong. I think I know what's wrong. These values, will they need their own speech marks? They might need their own speech. I'll test to see if this is correct. They might need their own speech marks. So for that, maybe I should just do a test of just random questions in there, and then 3. Just type in random. Just D. Also, let me just quickly also upper the correct option as well there, just to make, because the E number over here is big over here. Information about this. It's capital. Correct option, so let's also make sure that's working. That's also capital. Let me read that error again. Yeah, D. It's complaining about these values. It's these values that's complaining about. So that didn't see that. I'm gonna keep the upper, but these speech marks do not make a difference. Interesting. I'm committing this, aren't I? Oh, I did not commit this. Is that why? Maybe I think I might have to actually commit this, actually. Maybe I'm supposed to commit it. Supposed to execute it, then commit it, potentially? Don't know if that's going to make a difference, let's see. Because I'm not entirely sure this error is. I'm trying to debug this error. It's A. Okay, no, that don't make a difference. Something like this. Doesn't like some of it. Okay. So the commit is not the issue. The select worked with no issue. Question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all correct. So that's all correct. I don't know exactly. But the syntax to me looks correct. hold on. Do the values need to be in brackets as well? That, maybe. Maybe the values also need to be in brackets? Could that be the issue? Diogo Costa, admin, 3, 1. Okay. Okay, that was the issue. Brackets. Oh my god. But unfortunately, what's happened with that is now we've got a shitty old question on now. Well, we should actually. What is it? Maybe it needs to update. Hold on. Let me close the workbench and let me load it up again. I don't know. It should have inserted into. Let's actually check to see if it actually did insert that question. We don't have any messages to say, oh yeah, it was successful, or if it wasn't. We don't have any of that yet. Might want to add that later on. It's not something that's mandatory now. Let's over here query the database, like star from question. Let's query over here the lovely database. Interesting. So it did not actually go through. Maybe we do have to commit it then. Cursor.commit. Do we actually have to commit it? Try that again. Oh. 3, 1. Like, you don't get any errors with the actual query. There's actually no errors with the actual statement. MySQL there's no commit. Okay, so the commit doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. Okay. Then interesting. Then why did it not update the table? It's not cursor that commit. Maybe it's the connection.commit. I think it's the connection they have to commit then. Life programmer. Trying to solve this issue here. Come on. B. There we go. But look at that ID. Look at that. So, very, very interesting. Okay, so you have to commit it, yes. I guess an insert, you have to commit, and it's not the cursor, it's the connection. For the others, I didn't commit, but you can see that the ID is still incremented. Even though I did not commit these, and they did not display as a result, the ID, the actual software, the actual database actually updated the ID. It's very interesting. So if I put that ID as 0.3, not 0.3, then what if I try? I wonder if now if the auto increment is just not working correctly. If so, then we have to do something about this, because if this appears as now 6 instead of now 4, we're going to have to update that auto increment. Yeah, we're going to have to update that auto increment. So that's going to go to 4, apply, but we're now going to have to actually update the auto increment value. And so to actually update that, all we just need to simply just do over here, just say alter table, and we want to alter the question table, and we want to say auto increment, and we want to set it to 0.4. Why want to set it to 0.4? Or just 4 actually, we just set it to 4. Because we want to set it to the latest one, and then go to 5 in the next one. And the next command, or whatever you wish to call it. Oh, I want to execute this command. Okay, so that works. Now let's test it out and let's see if it's working. We're gonna have to also edit these questions now. I see. Okay, now let's actually get over here to select start from question. Yeah, you probably can't also see this too well, so we can zoom in this text over here. And now we have here 05. So now the autocorrect is working nicely, but we will have to edit these questions. Now I'm not going to do it here, we're going to do that in the Python program. It exists for a reason, we should be using it. But let's actually add an actual legitimate question and see it actually appear on that database. So let's actually go over here the questions and we'll try this again. What is an iteration? Execution of statements. A condition. I'm going to copy this one onto the URL, then paste it because that counts as a new line. And it messed up with the console because of that. And there we go. And the answer is C. Yes. C. Boom. Let's now consort over here. There we go. C. 6. Question 6 has now got that. So the questions work. We are able to actually add questions. Fantastic. We're actually able to add questions. Now, it's now time to actually edit the questions. And this is where things are going to be a bit, it's going to be a bit bigger, a bit longer, this function. Because we may wish to actually list out the questions available and then choose one to edit is what we probably want to do actually. So, let's actually create a function for that now. So the next one is edit. Yes, it is. Okay. So we're going to say over here, else if menu choice is equal to 2. Then we want to edit question. So here we actually want to actually get as a list of questions first before we actually edit them. So we may wish to actually create a function over here called list all questions. List all questions. We wish to have is one of these first. We're just going to return it here with questions. Questions. We don't know how should we call it all questions. Yeah, we're going to call it all questions. We're just going to pass that also onto the edit questions, because then we use that function to actually do some stuff. Can I not close this? Come on, no? Fine. Fine, be like that then. We're also going to create a new one called list all questions. List all questions. Yeah, and we're just gonna copy over here this lovely thing over here. We're just gonna paste it over here now. And all we just want to do over here is select question from question. And we don't need any of that. We just say query, and let's also then print out. Oh, okay. Something happened. So now here result. Question answer 2. So there we go. Prints out every single question. We probably want everything, not just... Well, for now we just want the question, actually. For now we just want the question. We don't need a fetch all. I guess you don't need that. Well... No. No, you don't need that. Okay. What we have to now do is actually get that data. So what we want to do is for question in cursor. Print out me the question, but also, actually, let's also go over here is the count. Count start at 0, then we're going to say over here is count plus equals 1. So here it's count. We're going to do actually, we're going to say it's this, we're going to use that. Yeah, there we go. So go Costa. Admin, question editor, edit question. And we've got an issue, where is it? Unread results found. Is that? Okay. So that's how it works. Oh, I don't know. You need to close the cursor after you've listed, after you've searched everything. So let's do that quickly. Unsupport. Oh yeah. Just want this done. Alright, yeah. Yes, launch anyway. 3, 2. Right. Maybe it's just. I'm guessing it's just not good to use that. Okay, we're gonna have to go back because I don't think that's the best way to use. Just do the fetch all then. And yeah, we'll call that result. That's fine. Then we can just over here. Count equals 0. Then we can say for result. For question and result. For question and result. You can just over here. Print out me string the count plus the question. Yes, please. Oh, that's not what I meant to press. Oops. Let's try that again. Admin. No, let's go Costa. Admin. Free. It's like my keyboard is not. So, keyboard was me. I'm gonna press the keyboard. 2. Can't convert tulip to string implicitly. You can print out. Let's print out the results and then we'll try and go through them then. Again, the same error as last time, interestingly enough. But let's print out the results, then let's try and deal with these tulips. Right, there they are. So we need to try and deal with these tulips because it's been a pain in the ass to just deal with them. Can we just print out the question? What if I try to just print out the question? Will it print out? There we go, Costa, create. Yes, it prints out just the question. It will just print out. But it prints out these crappy old tulips. I want the tulip to actually be, a string, because it doesn't make sense. This is not user friendly at all. That is not at all user friendly. So you want to try and actually view it as a string. Now, there are different ways of doing that. There does exist different ways of being able to actually convert it into a string. And the most common one is probably the string.join method. Is probably the most common one. So if we actually get over here, instead, what if we do over here, .join, and .join takes in an iterable, as you saw there, returns a string which is the concatenation of the strings in the iterable. In the iterable, the separator between the elements is s. Okay, and we just put over here. What if we just put over a question? What happens? Oh, that's not going to work. Yeah, should probably give us another attempt. And here we go, look at it, we've got 0, 0, 0, 0, and look, it just works, right? It just works. Excellent. Just works. But of course what we need to actually do is count plus equal 1, and let's close all these CMDs so we can actually view. Oh yeah. Also, let's not print out the result anymore, we don't need that anymore. So let's try that again. We're going to try that again. Do a Costa, admin, say 3, we're going to say 2, and there are our lovely questions right here. Right over here, we've got our lovely questions. Some of them don't make sense, some of them do make sense. Interestingly, the order they've come in, you can mess around with the order if you wish, but this is the order they came in. Now, what we want to actually is, what we actually want to do now, actually, what's very interesting is that they didn't come in this order by ID, and we probably want it to order by ID actually, because let's say we want to edit the fourth question in the list. Well, according to the SQL, that'll be this question right here, right? That'll be this one right here. But according to what we get returned, if we wanted to edit the fourth one, so if we say, oh yeah, edit the fourth one, then the fourth one is what is 101 in decimal, you know, which that will be the first question. So we actually want it to actually get ordered by, and with SQL you can just simply say, yep, we want to order by ID, and we want to order by that. If we try ascending, this is what happens when we do ascending. Right, it's ordered ID by ascending values. So it goes, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and descending is the other way around. So that's working all nicely then. So that works nicely. Of course, what we also want to do actually is also want to clear the list, clear the thingies. We want to clear that. We want to list all of them, but we don't want to print them. That's absolutely true. We do actually not want to print them or count them. What we want to put them is into a lovely, lovely new variable, which we call it here all questions. We can also call it that over here as well. What we can just say over here is we can say, oh yeah, all questions is a new array or list, whatever you wish to call it. Usually those terms are just used interchangeably. And we just want to say, oh yeah, all questions dot append. I want to append this. I want to append this. Yeah? Cool? Cool? Very cool, yeah? That's it. That's all we want to do. If you just run that, Diogo Costa, admin, 3, 2, no issues. Now let's return the all questions. So we can actually use that over here, and let's actually print that in the edit question. Let's go on to the edit question. Let's actually print out all the questions. See if that's all working. If that works all nicely. And yes, it did. It worked quite well. Good. So that means what we now want to do is we actually want to... Maybe this should be called list all questions, actually. No, I think about it. Although the list all questions is supposed to list all the questions. Get all questions. Do we already got actually get all questions? No, we don't, do we? We don't, do we? No. So this should actually be a get all questions, actually. Get all questions. Then we may wish to get is the edit question, but no, we probably don't want to get edit question. What we say is get question to edit. These variable names are just fantastic, aren't they? Just there we go. Here is the question ID. Is then what we want to return onto this function actually. So then we want to actually list them for question in all questions, and this is where we're actually going to create that lovely little loop. So we do it here, it's count equals 0, and we're like count equals 0, and we say over here count plus equals 1. So here question, actually print first, print, we say over here string count plus this plus question. Let's see how that works. And there we go. But over here, yes, we do actually want to clear it. Over here, we actually do want to clear it. Clear the screen, and we want to actually print over here. Select question to edit. Then over here, then print over here, and say over here question number. And just say here question ID. Oh, question ID is equal to, I mean, yes, we're going to say int for now. We might wish to put some checks on that. Yes, is that too many? That may be too many. There we go. Question number, please. Colon. There we go. And then we say over here, yeah, just return the question ID. Actually, no, what we want to say, actually, we want to do question ID plus equals 1. The reason we want to do that is because, actually, no, we don't want that, do we? Yes, we do. Yeah. Yes, we do. We want that because, do we got the questions of it? Yeah. So if you say question 1, it's -1 actually. It's not +1, it's -1. It is -1. Because when we say question 1, what you actually mean is question 0. That's what you actually mean. But actually, I think I'm not going to do that over here, because the question ID in MySQL is start from 0, 1. So it's not there we want to do, it's just when you actually communicate that to SQL. When you communicate that to SQL, you can use the normal question ID. It's when we're trying to refer it from a list, it's when we want to actually minus the 1. You'll see what I mean once I do it over here. So we've got our question ID. I did return it, right? Yes, good. Now we actually want to come here and say, and actually begin the edit question. And actually edit the question. We actually wish to edit the question now. Thinking, do we even need to reference it from a list? We don't, because we've got the question ID, so we don't even need to actually reference the list. We just can go straight to an SQL command. Great, great, we can just do that. Cool. So, what we'll do over here, so what we'll say over here is we'll say, I'm thinking of if I should display the current question. Actually, maybe I should display the current question you've selected to edit. Display question to edit. I should probably do that now. Display the question you wish to edit, and then edit so you can actually tell what the options are currently. Yeah, maybe I should just do it like that. Yeah, I think I should do that. Cool. If what did I call it? I called it display question to edit. And over here we should probably get password question ID. Not necessary, but might as well do that. Question ID. Question ID. Oop, question ID. Over here, then we're going to. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to say OS system CLS print editing question. Oh, what the? Okay. Existing question. And we'll say over here print we want to get these details anyway from SQL as well though. The rest of the details about the question actually. Select question from question. Select star, we want actually everything, we want everything from there. Where where ID is equal to, and we're just going to put it, yeah. Query. And over here we're going to put question ID. Then we're going to fetch all, then let me print out the results because I want to see that. We've got an error because of /s. Not with /s, %s. Is it because of this? Is it because I put it under tulip? Oh no, it's not. Because it's just one that we're requesting actually. Oh, it's still. Oh, that is correct, isn't it? It's where ID. It's ID, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it is. May I have to convert it? No, I shouldn't have to convert it now. Don't think I should have to convert it. Have I? Yeah, I've used a percentage of it, and that worked. No problem. But here also works. Over here I was doing more than one. Username and password are both string. Do I actually have to assign that as a string? I think I should have to, but let's try and see if that resolves any of the issues. Yes. Continue on. Go start, and then... No, that's still an issue. Don't know why. Why is that still an issue? Where? Username is equal to where ID is equal to %s. Don't see how that's an issue. Let's compare about this. Compare about this, isn't it? Let me check if it's this is complaining about. Let me read that whole thing again. Where Dart provides sufficient information for me. 3, 2. Syntax, yeah, it just says this and it's not exactly useful. Alright, I'm gonna have to end it anyway over here. This video's gone for quite a while. In the next video, we'll try and solve this and actually finish off this question answer because that should take a bit longer than I actually thought it would. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, drop down a like and comment below. If you guys would like to see the next episode, it's best to actually subscribe so you actually get a notification. It'll be in your sub box when I upload the next video in this series. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Goodbye.